Hello, it is Kick-Ass Woman time. I'm Jenny Dye, author of the Brighton Chronicles. When I'm not writing, I love to learn about kick-ass women in history, and I'm here today to tell you about one of them. This kick-ass woman started out as a kick-ass little girl. I want you to imagine being 10 years old. I want you to imagine the joy of having perfect pitch when you sing. That takes quite a bit of imagination for me. I want you to imagine playing the piano and clarinet, performing for others in love with music. Then I want you to imagine what it would have been like to lose your hearing when you were just 12 years old. Imagine becoming profoundly deaf, even though you haven't lost your passion for music. What would that feel like? This is exactly what happened to Evelyn Glennie. To say her life changed profoundly when she became profoundly deaf would be putting it mildly. But it didn't stop her. She simply had to learn a different way to hear the music. She was lucky enough to have had a music teacher who understood her passion for music and was willing to help her. Evelyn spent hours standing with her hands on the wall as her music teacher played notes on the kettle drum. Concentrating on the vibrations she was feeling, Evelyn learned what note he was playing by where she felt the vibration on her body. Eventually, she could feel the music, just like she had heard it before. It felt so good to be part of music again. Music, as Evelyn points out, is just vibration, whether it's vibrating against your eardrum or another part of your body. The low sounds she feels mainly in her legs and feet. The high sounds might be particular places on her face, neck, and chest. She says that her feet, legs, and tummy are her best ears. That's why she usually plays barefoot, though one teacher tried to destroy her entire career. Evelyn's passion for music was spurred on by one of her later music teachers who told her she could never pursue a career in music. After all, how could she? She couldn't even hear. Well, I know that was the day she became a kick-ass woman. Evelyn says that was one of the best things that ever happened to her because she became even more determined to make her dream happen. But Evelyn didn't want to just be a percussionist. She wanted to be the featured artist out in front and accompanied by the rest of the orchestra. And she's done just that. After graduating from the Royal Academy of Music with honors, her career took flight. Helped by the press's love of the sentimental and emotional story of the plucky deaf teenager, Evelyn became a musical phenomenon. She produced 6 albums, performed concert tours in Asia, Europe, and the US, and even became a TV talk show celebrity. Here's the thing though. Her deafness is the least important part of her music as far as Evelyn is concerned. It's not even mentioned in any of the information supplied by her office to the press or concert promoters. She feels she has succeeded only if her audience leaves the concert hall feeling entertained. If they're just wondering how a deaf musician can play percussion, then she believes she has failed as a musician. Learning about this kick-ass woman was fascinating because I also learned a lot about the different levels of deafness. Profound deafness isn't the same as total deafness, though it's different for everyone. Evelyn hears through a combination of sounds, vibration, and sight. She is quite clear that her profound deafness bothers other people far more than it bothers her. Other than some inconveniences, it doesn't affect her life that much. When she's interviewed, she isn't particularly interested in talking about her deafness. She just wants to talk about her music, and with good reason. Evelyn may very possibly be the best percussionist in the world. She's definitely the first who has ever made a successful full-time career as a solo percussionist. She can play any kind of music, from classical to rock, and she is extremely innovative. When you watch and listen to Evelyn play, you have to leave all your preconceived ideas about deafness at the door. She doesn't play music. Evelyn feels and becomes the music. And her expressiveness pulls you right into the experience as well. About her music, she says, "That's me. That's my voice." Evelyn has won more than 80 international awards, including a Grammy. She's been voted Scotswoman of the Decade and been awarded the Officer of the British Empire by Queen Elizabeth. That award has been extended to Dame Commander for her services to music. She can now be correctly called Dame Evelyn Glennie. Evelyn's career has spanned close to 30 years so far, and she's composed original works as well as having original works composed specifically for her. She has a grueling international touring schedule and often plays as many as 60 instruments during a single live performance. I don't know about you, but it's hard to wrap my brain around that one. 60 instruments? Really? Watching her makes you glad she didn't let her doctor or her music teacher steal her dream. So here's a question. Have you ever experienced someone telling you something you felt strongly about couldn't be done? Have you ever shared a fantastic idea or goal with a family member or best friend and their immediate reaction was, "That's crazy"? With just 2 words spoken, your excitement comes crashing down around you, and your idea, dream, or goal lays at your feet, dashed into 1,000 pieces. Have you let others derail or limit you? Instead of following your dream, working on your idea, or mapping out how to reach your goal, have you let someone else's opinion rob you of what's rightfully yours? There are multitudes of people who were told they couldn't do that or it wouldn't succeed, but have ignored such comments and gone on to become wildly successful. I'm one of them. Some years ago, Evelyn said, "I have been a soloist for over 10 years because I decided early on that just because my doctor made a diagnosis that I was profoundly deaf, it didn't mean that my passion couldn't be actualized." I would encourage people to not allow themselves to be defined or limited by others. Follow your passion, follow your heart. They will lead you to the place you want to go. Well said, Dame Glennie. My advice to you is that the next time when someone tells you that's crazy, just smile and ignore them. And then go out and be a kick-ass woman. That's all for today. Subscribe to my channel below because I'll be adding many more stories of other kick-ass women on a regular basis. If you want to check out my best-selling historical novel series that focuses on some pretty amazing kick-ass women, you can use the link below to buy the first one for just 99 cents. I would love to welcome you to the Bragton Chronicles family. And as long as you're clicking things, I'd appreciate a like if that's true for you. Have a great day, and I'll be back soon.